So even when I'm doing easy climbs, I'm always trying to think about what the problem wants me to do. So from here, I'm planning on going with a right hand up. And in order for that to happen, I'm gonna put my left foot here to prevent my momentum from swinging myself off. So here, left foot there. Therefore, I get this nice balancing as opposed to having my left foot here and here. Now I have to go left hand up. But seeing how this is more of a Gastoning pole, I'm trying to go here and then shoot out that way. Hence why I create this little triangle formation so that I could go from here to here. And then from here, obviously the rest, it's not that big of a deal. So, whoops, easy work. Taking a look at this orange one, you can start with your left foot here, or you start your left foot here. I much prefer this one. And then in order to start, I'm just gonna quickly smear my feet against the wall. Go here, from here, activate drop knee, cross on top into the pocket, intermediate, bump it out. Walk my feet through. I'm gonna get left foot here. I'm gonna get my right foot up here. Do an epic drop knee. Just reach for it. Here, bring my left foot through. From here, it's just a step. I bumped myself. Let me do that real quick. So basically what happened was as I was standing up, my hip got too close to the wall and the jug completely knocked me off. But in this case, I'll start with the left foot instead to show you how that variation will look. Same principle really. Cross, or here, switch feet, here, here. To make it more efficient, I'll step right up into the drop knee, turn it inwards, and then upwards. Here, being careful not to make my head touch the ground. There you go, the wall. That was embarrassing. So the great thing about this green one is it's really easy to show moving your hips in and out of the wall. So essentially what I want to do for this dyno move is I want to keep my hips as far away from the wall as I'm coming into the wall. And that way, from here, all my momentum is going upwards as opposed to starting here and try and go and my momentum take me sideways. So if I was just jumping sideways, right? Sure, I could reach it, but that's because it's an easy problem. But to make it more applicable, what I want to do is create this pendulum effect with my hips. So, using my feet, charge it up, back, pendulum, into the green hold. I just wanted to show that. So, it starts off on dual text, which means you're going to have to press going opposite. That's totally useless. And you can start your left foot here or here. I opt out for this way because this gives me more of a leverage point to push in here. You can think about it this way: the further your feet is, the easier it's pushing to the wall, as opposed to say having it here. It'd be nigh impossible. So I like to start with the feet all the way over here with just a one hand, and then I'll quickly just touch it here, here. From here, we're going to use that exact same principle I talked about with the green one earlier. We're going to start hips far away, and then we're going to shoot into it. Although this is so scary. Woof! Made it. And then intermediate. Oh. Take here. Lean sideways. Now theoretically I could just shoot up, but I want it to be a little bit more static, so grab the feet and then hit the static. Easy work. So this next problem is pretty funny because it's more about technical prowess than it is about physical strength, even though everything's basically a jog. So I prefer to start with just the right foot here, but you could start with like a heel or toe there. From here, get the good jog. I decide to cut feet, hit the overhand match, get the jog. From here, establish, right hand up. Next part is important, left leg, flag, grab. That allows you to stand up into this relatively easy. Now to finish, there's two ways to go about it. First way is by keeping this undercling and standing up into it like that. Or the other way, mash the sloper. It didn't go up like that. I much prefer the sloper way. And then a cheeky heel, done. So when you're grabbing on these slopers, you want to have your hand right up against the wall, sliding down against the sloper. This problem is, how do I say this? Not the easiest in the world. But starting with a cross, and the right foot. Just gonna launch to that one. Switching feet, trusting the feet, getting it. Notice how my thumb is actually pinching on the other side to allow me some freedom. Apparently I can't go to that high foot, so going with the low one. Rock over, slope. Fingers are directly into the wall, touching the sloper as well. From here, using my leg as well, I'm pulling up, establishing. Trying to keep my fingers as close to the wall as possible. Easy. This green one's good for teaching because initially it's not that hard, but from here, you're gonna grab these. Now, what you wanna do is you wanna go as far to the left as much as you can so that it'd be easier for you to bring out your right leg. From here, lock over and carry on with life. Relatively easy. Whereas if you were to see this, normally you might just go here, grab this, and then you might find it difficult to smear your feet. But if this is you, remember that when it comes to smearing feet, you want your heel to be as flat as you can against the wall to get maximum friction. Oftentimes that won't be feasible, so you're gonna look more like this as opposed to like this. Also, when you're super extended, it's really hard to smear, so you're gonna need to lower your mass a little bit. From here, and then you can start the smearing action. Smear, keep the heel flat. Notice that. Step up, carry on. Okay, I really like this blue one. And it starts with this double undercline left leg smear. When I smear, I'm gonna smear it in approximately the direction I'm gonna head for the hold, while keeping my heel relatively flat. Walk my feet through. From here, I'm gonna back flag, get a little bit of a knee scum, come in, over, and then cross through. Using both my arms, I'm gonna push and I'm gonna hold with the right. And then switch. Ooh. Make it applicable. Ooh. And then here comes the hardest part, in my humble true opinion, which totally sucks. You ask me. Using my hands, I'm pressing downwards. I static that crab. Just a little bit of a downward pressing. And then just a top out, but I'm not gonna do that. Probably one of the more difficult oranges in the gym. Now for this one, there's basically two ways to start. And the first way is to like swing your legs and catch it like that. Or if you're flexible, you could just lift up your leg and then get the toe hook. Or if you have good toe rubber, you would do that. But because I don't right now, just a double catch. From here, swing. And now I like to opt to do this like heel over here. Oof. Again, this one is not an easy one. Look. Shove into the Waco, get on my volume, a little bit of toe hook on the volume just to maintain. Here, before I go up, a heel, two hands match, and I'm gonna push off of this volume just a little bit, just get a little bit register. Two hands, it's easier to rock on the heel, on the toe as opposed to the heel, and the closer the toe is, the easier just to rock over it. So with it nice and close, rock, push my feet up. Ooh, turn my knees around. Ooh, who made such a difficult problem? Just rocking myself over. Oh wow, that was hard. So this green one's a great example of just lay backing. So I'm gonna actively push with my right foot so that when I hit this with my right hand, I get registered as opposed to just holding it straight and there's nothing. So left, push, drop, fall into it. Switch, bring my right foot up so that I'm still lay backing the whole time. Gassed on, under, quickly press up. From here, I'm gonna use my left hand, kind of like just a little bicycle mechanism, just so that I have enough tension to bring my right leg up right there. From there, bring it back up. For this transitional period, I'm gonna take my right leg as far over here as possible so that when I transition into that, I don't barn door as easily. So, and then I'm gonna bring the right leg right back because I'm in the position. Left, easy. That's a good problem. Goddamn, that's good. So this orange one is the utilization of a lot of heel hooks and toe hooks, depending on what you prefer. Now, starting from here, I'm gonna go on my left foot because that allows me to lean into it, whereas my right foot, it kind of opens me up from it. So, with the slight lean into it, stand. From here, heel, get up here, and then using this foothold. But before I go to this foothold, I'm gonna switch it to a toe to give me a little bit more control, and then now I could get the toe. Swing, there. Now from here, I could heel or I could toe hook. Whichever one will work, but I'm more of a heel guy, so I prefer the heel. Coming for this drop, coming from the top. Now from here, I could just theoretically cut feet and go like that. However, if I wanted to get a little bit more reach, I could switch this into a toe to try to get to it, but still far. But now I'm a little bit closer, so I can still high up for it. From here, get another heel, and then don't forget, I can match on good holds. And when I'm heeling, I'm actually trying to crank my heel down like that. So by just cranking, you can see I get a little bit higher, and adding my arms, I get super high. Now the same thing, I'm gonna switch my heel to a toe, but that's awful, so I'm just gonna maintain it and swing again. Easy work, don't want to top it out. Anyways, that was the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, partner.